Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you a video today to discuss and kind of analyze what happened this past week in the Champions League in regards to Messi and Neymar's boot switch at halftime. Now, for those that don't know what happened, Barcelona played Manchester City in the Champions League, and at halftime, Neymar and Messi both switched into older colorways that they were wearing previously to that game. Because for that game, Messi was supposed to debut the new Space Dust colorway of his signature model, which he did wear in the first half. And Neymar was actually debuting his Jordan brand Neymar collaboration in white and red, which he also wore in the first half. Messi wears a Messi 16.1 model. Neymar wears a Hypervenom finish that's kind of modified to be more so like a Vapor 11, Vapor 10. It's kind of its own unique mashup. Nonetheless, like I said, they were supposed to be wearing these brand new colorways, which they did in the first half. Messi himself even scored in the first half. But when they came back out for the second half of the game, Messi had switched back into his older blue colorway of the Messi 16.1, and Neymar had switched back into his Floodlights pack colorway of his custom Hypervenom finish. Why did they do this? There's a couple things that I think are really interesting about this, mainly in regards to the mental aspect of what big name professional players like Messi and Neymar, you could argue that these guys are top 5 players in the world. You could argue that one or both of them are the 2 best players in the world, depending on what your views are on that kind of thing. But I think it's really interesting that a guy like Messi, a guy like Neymar, 2 of, like I said, the best players on the planet, are mentally thinking that at the halftime, maybe I should switch back into my older shoe for whatever reason. Now, again, you could definitely make the argument that they were wearing these 2 new shoes, these 2 new colorways for the first time, so it's possible that they just felt a little bit more comfortable in their older colorways that they had been wearing a little bit longer. You never know, every player is going to have a little bit of a different, I guess, tolerance in regards to new shoes. Some people like to wear their shoes a little bit longer, even professional players who obviously they can have access to a new pair of shoes every single time that they set foot on the field, but not everybody likes to have brand new shoes all the time. They like shoes that are a little bit more worn in. That's very possible that that is the case with both of these guys. Obviously, I don't think that either Messi or Neymar wore this brand new colorway of their new shoes straight into the game for the very first time. They likely practiced in them once or twice or a couple times, who knows. But again, I just think it's really interesting that they both switched at the halftime and actually did have a better second half. Barcelona was winning 1-0 at the half, and then they finished the game 4-0. So Messi scored 2 more goals in the second half, finishing off his hat trick, and then Neymar added 1 as well, again, after this boot switch. So I think it's kind of interesting to really think about top players like that maybe getting a mental boost from changing their shoes mid-game, because that's, again, something that you don't really see all that often, and I guess it was particularly interesting in this game because they were both debuting new colorways. So for them to switch at half, kind of a funny thing, and it really goes to show you that, yes, obviously these players are contractually obligated to wear specific models, specific colorways, things like that. But ultimately, when it comes down to game time, when they're in the dressing room at halftime and Nike and Adidas aren't watching over them to make sure they're wearing the proper footwear, they can go ahead and do whatever the heck they want for the sake of, I guess, mentally what's going on in their head, and of course for the sake of comfort. So I think that was a kind of a really cool, interesting thing for Neymar and Messi to both do. I'm not sure if they planned this together. I think that's very unlikely. But again, it's a really interesting thing that top players in the world like this really will still have that kind of go into the halftime thinking that, hey, you know what, maybe I should change my shoes. Maybe I should just do that one little thing that's going to give me the edge in the second half. So to me, I just found that to be a particularly interesting thing. From a personal standpoint, I can't say that I've ever really changed shoes halfway through a game or really in-game for that matter. I have changed shoes during the warm-up, but generally whatever shoes that I finish warming up in is the pair of shoes that I'll wear throughout the entire game. But let me know what you guys do down below in the comment section. Do you regularly switch shoes at halftime if you have multiple pairs to wear? Do you switch shoes in the middle of the game? I personally don't, but I'd be curious to hear what you guys do. And also, let me know what you guys think of this whole Messi-Neymar boot switch situation. Is it a matter of kind of getting that mental edge, being a little bit more comfortable in the older colorways, being a little bit more comfortable in what's perhaps a more well-worn in shoe, which I presume is what they switched into? Or did it have to do with that new color and they just have a little bit of a superstition, I guess, about wearing a newer colorway in such an important game? It really is a matter of kind of tossing up different theories in the air and kind of seeing which one sticks. Obviously, we don't know the exact answer as to why both of them did that, but again, super interesting to talk about. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. With that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support it with a like. If you have any questions at all regarding anything I talked about in today's video, leave those down below in the comments and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you did enjoy today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.